hope you're doing well. I hope you're blessed. I want to do my best to keep this as short as possible. I will tell you, this is my testimony about how I broke the cycle of poverty in my life. And I want to share it with you because I really do believe that this can change your life. So, uh, when I was in my early 20s, I was driving down the road in Flint, Michigan, where I grew up, in my beloved red VW Jetta. Love that car. And I was driving down Hammerberg Road, and I was driving with two friends of mine, Karen and Matt, and I said, guys, I'm so sick of being poor. And I know the Bible says, a man thinks in his heart, so he becomes, as in Proverbs. And I said, I'm deciding today that I am going to hold on to that scripture, and I am not going to be poor anymore. I'm going to change the way I think. They actually laughed at me. I don't blame them. And so from that moment on, I started in my mind to think like a rich guy, a rich man. And I went home and I started kind of creating this mental list of everything that I knew rich people did, and started crossing off things that I had only seen poor people do that I was no longer going to do anymore. Now, some of these are quite comical and people always laugh about them, but I'd never seen a rich person fish, so I stopped fishing. Silliness, don't do that. I now live in Florida, where only rich people can afford to go deep sea fishing, which is a blast, and I encourage you to do it. So don't stop fishing, it's very relaxing. I had never seen rich people eat barbecue chips, so I immediately stopped eating barbecue chips. I'd only see poor people eat barbecue chips. Don't do that, because barbecue chips are amazing, especially the kettle ones that are super crunchy. Oh my God, I'm on a keto diet thing, and I could really use some barbecue chips. I started listening to jazz music because there was a rich person I knew, and he loved jazz music, and so that's what I started listening to. I'm fairly certain that not all rich people listen to jazz music. Let's see, I just completely changed my mindset. I just created this bizarre list. I seriously bought like 10 jazz CDs. I'm gonna sound old here, but I did that. I had one of those letters with the 10 CDs for 10 cents. Yes, that's what I did. And I bought 10 jazz CDs and I listened to them. You know, the other thing, rich people smoke cigars, people. So I started smoking cigars all the time. Please don't do that. But those are little things that I just changed. I changed all this stuff about me, the things I did, the places I went, because I was determined that I was not going to be the same person I used to be. And let me tell you something, it had a dramatic and massive impact on my life, almost immediately. And I literally kid you not. I went from making $10.50 an hour to I think it was $22 an hour within 6 months, and maybe within 4 months. And that is not even a joke. Not even a joke. And it was all within the same industry. And a lot of it just had to do with building relationships with my leaders, which, please, for the love of God, please stop calling your leaders the man and calling them the enemy. Take a few minutes, build relationships with them. You'd be shocked how far that will get you in life. It's an amazing thing. I started to have confidence about myself, confidence about my abilities. I started to share my ideas with leaders and push myself forward, and having great confidence in who I was, because you know what? I'm an intelligent person. Maybe I'm not, but I started to believe these things about myself, because that's what wealthy people do. They push themselves forward because they're important, they're valuable. And I started to truly believe in myself. And it opened so many incredible doors for me. And within just, I think it was within 18 months, I went from making $10.50 an hour to 20 something dollars an hour to making 60 grand a year. Now, maybe that's not important to you, but I was 20 something years old. This was in the early 2000s. Now, that's pretty good money from an early 20-year-old in the early 2000s without a degree. Based on building relationships, believing in myself, and pushing myself forward, saying, how can I make this better? I never end a relationship or never end a communication with a leader without saying, what can I do for you? You got to try that from time to time. You're done talking to your boss. Hey, what can I do for you? How can I make your job easier? When you use that term a lot, and you need to go get a raise, you'd be shocked. It's much easier than when they see you on Facebook calling them the man and that you don't like them, that they're always trying to keep you down. Amazing. So it has literally changed my life. It's changed my life. And it changed and started from the way that I think. And I really do believe that most poor people are poor because they think poor. And most wealthy people are wealthy because they think wealthy. And what does that mean? When a wealthy person sees an issue coming up, when they see that they're going to lose their job or they see a problem coming up, they immediately look for a solution that is better than the one that they are losing. And oftentimes when I see people that I work with and people that, and I say work with, that I'm trying to help, when they see an issue come up, they immediately think worst case scenario and they give up. I'm sorry, you're going to lose your job next week. Oh, I knew this was going to happen to me. This always happens to me. I'm going to have to go on unemployment. I'm going to lose my home. I have lost a couple of jobs in my life. One of them was the first job when I was making $10.50 an hour, right after I decided I was no longer going to be poor. I was making $10.50 an hour. My boss comes to me and he says, this job is going away. And in my mind, because I'm rich now, even making $10.50 an hour, I'm rich. I'm like, okay, so what are we going to do? And he's like, oh, well, you know what? He's like, I do know a guy who needs somebody. Okay, who is he? Let's call him. He's like, all right, well, give me a minute. I'll get you his number and we'll take care of it and see what we can do. Okay, that sounds great. I'll get back with you. Within a couple of days, I had an interview with this guy. My boss said good things about me because guess what? I built a relationship with him. I get hired in and get a raise from $10.50 an hour to $16 an hour. This is not a joke. I'm not making these numbers up. Look into the eyes. $10.50 an hour to $16 an hour. Why? Oh, when he told me he was letting me go, I could have just said, I knew you were going to pull this crap on me, bro, and walked out. But I didn't. I said, what are we going to do? Like, what's next? Because I have great confidence in who I am as a person. Because I'm not just some random poor person. Why? Because it starts between my ears. It starts between your ears. Don't run away from problems. Address them. There's a solution to them. Life's not always that simple. Life's not always that easy. But there is always a solution to problems. When I see people right now, we're in the middle of this crisis. We're in the middle of this virus, and some business people are just flipping out and walking away. And I was sitting down and talking to some people, and they were like, there's just nothing you can do right now. And I said, really? There's nothing you can do right now? There's amazing things you can do right now. You know, if you were thinking about starting a delivery business, right now is the time to do it. You want to make some business? You want free marketing? Start a delivery business right now. Go on Facebook and say, hey, for those that are over 65, we'll deliver for you for free. For free. Anyone over 65 will deliver for free. You want free marketing? That'll get you free marketing. All kinds of companies out there that offer delivery businesses where you go shopping for people, you're a personal shopper for somebody, and you take it to their home and you put all their groceries away. Right now, you wouldn't have to do that. You would just drop it off at their front door, no touching their hands, and walk back inside their house. But hey, for anyone over 65, we'll do it for free. There are incredible opportunities right now. Anytime there's a problem, there is always incredible opportunities popping out of it. But there are so many business people right now that are in panic. Yes, your job, your business may not be in a great shape to survive something like this, but don't be afraid to pivot. Don't be afraid to find something that will help you out through this. This channel is going to focus on finding the positive in every negative. We're going to focus on thinking rich when other people are thinking poor. We're going to focus on building things when other people are trying to tear them down. We're going to focus on finding the good when everyone else is just pointing at, that's the loose brick. That's the reason it's going to fall apart. You want to make money right now? Go buy stock. But wait, I almost guarantee you there's going to be a double bottom in what we're looking at right now. And right now, we're in a situation where we've only seen one bottom, so be careful. But back to my testimony. Don't be afraid to step out. Don't be afraid to believe in yourself. God has greatly blessed me, and in turn, I do my best to turn around and bless other people. My dream has always been to move to Florida, to move to a warm climate. I am here. I've lived here for 2 years. I live on an island. I'm doing okay. I have a Corvette in my driveway, and a BMW in my driveway, and a Durango in my driveway. Apparently a bicycle on my wall. Think big. Don't think poor. Think big. And something I love to tell people is don't just dream, but think and dream God-sized dreams. I always love it when I share a dream with somebody and they laugh, because then I know I've tapped into something real. If people aren't laughing at your dreams, they're not big enough. Dream big. Dream God-sized dreams. Take care of yourself. Take care of your family. And be safe. Take care.